What's the pressure like a little bit differently while you're sitting above the red line, maybe competing for the top of the West?
Pretty damn close to the same. I mean, we don't want to have to, fight it out in fourth or fifth or, something like that. I mean, every game is a must-win game from this point forward. I was hesitant to with like 10 or 11 or 12 games ago, you start thinking about the end of the year. You don't want to say those things now, but now, yeah, we need to win. We need to win for a lot of different reasons. Let's get the train back on the tracks a little bit, make sure that we solidify a good position, good seeding in the playoffs, and, a lot of reasons.
Do you treat Salt Lake as a playoff preparation?
Oh, for
playoff
sure.
Team?
Yeah, we could end up facing them. You put your stamp on them now. You never know what's going to happen.
Do you approach this game, particularly with your attackers? How do you get them to get this plethora of chances to become a couple of goals?
Well, we have worked diligently this week about addressing that topic. So I'll let the game speak if it bore any fruit. I will say this: they worked hard. Quality was high in the exercises we provided. We just need a spark. We need something to get them steamrolling again, because we have too much quality. There's too much quality there on the field not to be able to score goals.
Victor Rodriguez seemed to have a good chemistry with the team,
Yeah.
especially up top. With Nico Lesleder, could he be that spark that the team
Could
needs
be.
up there?
Yeah. Could come from Victor, could come from Nico getting on track, could be Bruin scoring a goal, could be Dempsey, could be Ozzy or Christian, could be Roman on a set piece, could be Chad on a set piece. It's just one of those things that we need to just spark the team.
How would you overall assess year 2 in MLS for Nico, maybe with how he's handled teams being a little more ready for what he brings to the table compared to last year?
Fine. I thought his play has been good at times, and I think certainly there have been times when he's been challenged just because of the things that you said. Teams have paid more attention. They all watch film. We all watch film, and we know that when we look at RSL and you look at Rusnak and you look at Savarino and Plata, we have strategies for those guys. We wouldn't of course leave out Mosifian, and we're not excluding anybody, but we'll go ahead and so if Kelvin is playing against Plata, that the video guys and Kelvin himself have figured out ways how to try and be better than Plata on the day. So teams are doing the same thing to Nico. They know where he lines up, where we've been playing him pretty much since he's gotten here, and teams have strategies to try and make him less effective.
I remember you being pretty animated after a couple games as far as him maybe being a target for physical play and getting hacked and fouled a lot. Do you think that's been dealt with, or is that still a theme you're noticing as far as how teams try to combat him?
Well, I haven't been that angry with the refs recently, but that can all change in a heartbeat. We do want to protect our players. I think I've been pretty consistent on the record. The refs have a tough job. It's not easy. I just want them to, the player safety is paramount, and also if they're targeting specific guys, I think that's wrong. So, has it been addressed? Yes, it's been addressed, because Chris Henderson does a great job sending referee reports in. We've sent video into the league. We've got a good relationship with Peter Walton, so we've talked about it ad nauseum. But again, on the given day, is the referee managing the game well? That's the challenge for the referees.
Would you prefer to see a few more yellows for persistent infringement when it's kind of a distributed?
When it's warranted, yeah, when it's warranted, for sure. I mean, persistent infringement is one thing. It's also if, in the first 5 minutes, this is the old days when I was playing, the first 5 minutes of the game, Nico receives the ball, some guy smashes him in from behind. It was the first 5 minutes of the game. Back then, the referee said, okay, this is your warning. But the message was already sent by the defender. I don't care if it's the first minute or the third minute or the 10th minute. If a guy deliberately targets Nico or Dempsey or Victor in the early parts of the game because he wants to send a message, that can be a cautionable offense. We shouldn't do that anymore.
You also try to coach your team away from that. Your team has the fewest fouls in the league. That's
Sometimes I'd like to be a bit more aggressive, but I know that Ozzie, when Roman and Deuce, those guys, they can play hard when needed. We certainly don't want to be a dirty team. That's the difference. I want my guys to play hard, tackle hard, but I don't want them to be dirty.
How is the team physically coming to this game? Is everybody available for play here?
Everybody's good except for Jordy and Brad. We're all good.
How's Brad doing? What's his timeline?
Still working on it. Still slower recovery. There's no timeline there.
How's the send-off for Dave today?
Good. Dave's been a valuable member to the club. I think some of his own staff gave him the old Gatorade on the top of the head, which was nice to see. And we gave him some good parting gifts. So we'll miss Dave, and we wish him the best.
Is sending him on to an NBA team, slightly higher profile, is that similar in ways to losing a player to a top soccer league?
In some ways, yeah, I guess you could say that. Yeah, it just shows that we're doing good work here. There was another article just that I read recently somewhere online about how the Dallas NBA team was taking some hints from FC Dallas about how to cultivate more NBA players and how the soccer relates into basketball. There was something online about that. So it's interesting that our sport is being noticed in those types of circles.